Today, a topic of discussion is on digital products and online frauds, a journey from vulnerable to impenetrable. While we were selecting this topic of discussions, we had several other trending topics to be considered. Like AI was there, then we had Chat GPT, CBDC, inflation, embedded finance, and few more. We were told that a topic like online fraud is not that fashionable. Why don't you select a topic which is attracting a lot of media attention, or a topic which is chasing a lot of VCP money? However, we had a very different view on this. What we saw is that today, most of our activities are being done online. And what are we thinking while doing the online products or a digital platform? We are escaping unwanted messages. We are avoiding unwanted calls. We are worried about misuse of our online entity. Every time we log in into a bank's website, we are worried whether it's a correct website or not. If we go to the ATM and try to withdraw the cash, we are worried whether our card will get cloned if there is some equipment which is being fitted there, which can just take away all the credentials. If we get a friend request, we are worried whether it is a honey trap. And when we get any delivery of any courier which is coming in and he asks for an OTP, we are worried whether it is a request money kind of OTP. And there are several other concerns which keep coming to us every day. So undoubtedly, the topic of discussion today, that a journey from vulnerable to impenetrable for digital products and online fraud, is a right topic. And we have today a very powerful panel. The people who have built industries, who have given several policy level guidelines to the entire BFSI industry, and their views would be very, very valuable to us. In fact, I would say that this topic should be discussed in each and every forum globally, to make the digital transactions safe. Now, today the questions that we are going to ask are the questions that were discussed in the FIAX community. Next question to Mr. Mallikarjunarao is on that, where while CMS portal of RBI is a great improvement compared to what it was, but still it is far, far away from the expectations. Now, do you think today 100% of the frauds that are happening are actually getting registered? Now, a customer who has been frauded for 50 rupees, will he fill such a lengthy form on the CMS portal of RBI? He doesn't have time for that. Now, whenever we are doing any business, and when we want to capture a sales lead, there is a simple form, a lead generation form, where we have 4 to 5 data points captured, and then we investigate further on the details of the frauds. Now, why this is not implemented on the CMS portal or for the fraud registry? Because you will have all the frauds getting registered in that. Now, this is as far as the urban goes, but what about rural areas? In the rural areas, there are people who are using smartphones. They are able to do payment transactions. We've seen Anuradha, and we have seen that. But when it comes to reporting the fraud, they can't write in the portal. They are not unable to write. So, what is your view, Mr. Mallikarjunarao, on these issues to promote safe digital transactions?
Now, besides Reserve Bank of India, by opening a common window across the country for all the citizens, if there is a reputation of fraud to report, that is one more avenue for them to report. Otherwise, the customer initially will have to report to the branch, the bank, wherever they are having the account. Even Government of India has come out from the police authorities. There is a number given for WhatsApp. If you look at, in fact, if you have seen that, with only 4 or 5 data points, they are able to respond to you immediately, and put the system in investigation mode to understand the problem. So I don't think the complexity of data to be given in a portal given by RBI is going to create any trouble. However, RBI also must be aware that even 4 or 5 data points, importantly, the type of date of transaction, amount of transaction, and when it has happened, with which bank it has happened. So if you look at, there are only 4 or 5 data points which can definitely take care for the lodgement of the fraud complaint, which is happening currently with the police authorities. The number given across the country, there is a uniform number, and you send the message in WhatsApp, you are getting the reply immediately from them. But the question actually more importantly is not the complexity of how many data points you are capturing. The question is how we are resolving the issue. Like Mr. Samamurthy said, when we have started the ATM transactions quite some time back, when the dispute redressal mechanism was introduced by RBI, there was a time frame given. If chargeback is raised, within 7 days you give back the money. If there is a scope for even representment, if the chargeback raised is erroneously done. So there are a lot of mechanisms whereby out of 100, 95 to 98 cases were settled systematically within the time frame. There could have been dispute only in 1 or 2 cases. Similarly, when the canvas of digital transactions has increased so much here, we need to look at a time-bound and technological enablement, both. One is administrative, when we call about time-bound manner, under which the dispute should be resolved, irrespective of the fact whether the money is in the system or out of the system. On the company, to restore the confidence, it would be better for the redressal immediately by restoring the money back. Second one is how effectively the investigation takes place and concludes in a time-bound manner, for which technology plays a very important role. One is the time frame, another is the technology to play an important role. If you ask me, still it is work in progress as far as compliant redressal mechanism is concerned across the various regulated entities. It is within the bank, fraud has happened, money is remaining with another customer of the bank which has gone fraudly, it is much easier for resolving the issue. But if it is changing, 99% the amount changes from one company, one organization to another organization. It never remains there. Even fraudsters are very clearly aware. If I am doing the fraud within the bank and I am having the account here, then the money can be cut hold of immediately. So how technology across institutions, including the NPCI, are going to play an important role in blocking the amount before the amount goes out and immediately restored is an important factor. Definitely, RBI is much concerned. Administrative measures they have already taken. There is a customer service committee in every bank which seriously discusses on the customer complaints which are particularly related to fraud, and they are answerable to RBI in giving proper reply as to whether they have been settled or not. Then when you look at the macro level, number of complaints being very high, you will not have an understanding of as to how individual complaint is redressed. But when the individual complaints redressal comes, it is the technology which plays a role. It is the administrative guideline which plays a role for redressal in order to restore the confidence. Some level of decisions are already taken, implemented by the regulator and the concerned regulated entities, but there is still work in progress in terms of how we can use the technology to facilitate early redressal of the customer complaint.